When things were supposed to settle down after the Israel-Hezbollah ceasefire deal, rebel forces in Syria launched a surprise offensive and have now seized control of most of the city of Aleppo. Our Kim Bo-kyoung has more.
Just as a ceasefire began between Hezbollah and Israel, another conflict flared up in the Middle East, this time in Syria. On Sunday, Syrian military rushed reinforcements to the northwest of the country, and both Syrian and Russian aircraft carried out a series of strikes on insurgents who have seized the country's second-largest city of Aleppo. More than 370 people, including dozens of civilians, have so far been killed, according to the Syrian Observatory for Human Rights. Rebel groups are now pushing south toward the neighboring city of Hama, coming on the fifth day of the surprise offensive. The rebels, led by the Islamist group Hayat Tahrir al-Sham and allied factions, began the assault last Wednesday, leading Syrian forces to announce a temporary troop withdrawal on Saturday, citing the need to regroup for a counter-offensive. The fighting marks a major escalation in Syria's years-long civil war, which began with popular uprisings across the country in 2011. The conflict had mostly remained stagnated since 2020, with the rebel groups having been largely contained to a small portion of Idlib province. That is why one expert called this one of the biggest challenges President Bashar al-Assad now faces.
It's one of the biggest challenges that Bashar al-Assad has ever had to face during his time as Syrian leader since 2000 and since the civil war began in 2011. It's very similar to the situation that he found himself in when the civil war first began.
Russia and Iran, Assad's primary allies, both vowed support, with the Kremlin having condemned the rebel offensive and have called for the swift restoration of constitutional order in the region. Iran dispatched its top diplomat Abbas Araghchi, who met with the Syrian president in Damascus on Sunday, saying Tehran would firmly support him in confronting terrorist attacks. However, with Russia's attention divided by the ongoing war against Ukraine and recent Israeli airstrikes having weakened Hezbollah as a fighting force, thereby diminishing Iran's capacity to assist Syria, experts say such a loss of critical support complicates Assad's position. Kim Bo-kyoung, Arirang News.